almost impossible to tell somebody what I've seen. Not in life, but in this city. People will laugh at me when I tell Isn't it funny that our government now wants to tell us about UFOs, tell us about unidentified objects, tell us about all kinds of things that's going on in the sky? Isn't that what lots of people have been saying for years? Why now? What the hell is that? I can't believe it. I'm looking at Now I know I didn't destroy my car coming up here for nothing.
Los Santos, a city of sunshine and beaches, a city of dreams and despair, but beneath the glitz and glamour a darkness festered, the stench of crime, a bitter perfume clinging to its underbelly. This was Sabrina's world. Sabrina knew the city's duality all too well. She'd seen the sun rise over the Pacific, painting the sky with hope. She'd also seen it set, casting long shadows that hid a multitude of sins. Los Santos was a city that could chew you up and spit you out, leaving you broken and forgotten. Sabrina had come to Los Santos with stars in her eyes, yearning for a piece of the American dream. But the city had a way of grinding down those dreams, replacing them with a harsh reality. She found herself entangled with a man, his charm as alluring as the city itself. He promised her the world, but delivered only heartache.
He promised me the world, but all I got was heartache.
A charmer, a smooth talker. He had a smile that could melt glaciers and eyes that held a hint of mischief. Sabrina fell hard. He was her escape from the daily grind, the excitement she craved, its dark secrets that lurked beneath the surface. He moved in the shadows, his world a dangerous game of drugs, money and power. Sabrina, blinded by love, chose to ignore the red flags. One night everything changed. A police raid, sirens wailing, breaking the night's silence. Sabrina watched in terror, his face contorted in anger and fear. He was gone, leaving her alone with a heart full of love and a head full of questions.
I watched in terror as they away. He was gone, and I was left with a heart full of love and so many questions.
The whispers started as arrest. Sabrina became the target of accusing stares and hushed conversations. People she thought were friends turned their backs. Her world, once filled with promises, began to crumble.
She knew what he was doing, they hissed. She was in on it.
The accusations stung, each one a drop of poison in her ear. Sabrina had become an outcast, guilty by association. The police came calling, their faces grim, their questions relentless. They wanted information, anything that could help them put for good. But Sabrina held back, her loyalty to a man she barely knew battling with the fear that gnawed at her insides.
They wanted information, but I held back. Loyalty or fear? I could barely tell.
The interrogation room was cold, the fluorescent lights harsh. Detective Miller, a seasoned cop with eyes that had seen too much, stared at Sabrina. He spoke slowly, his voice a gravelly baritone that filled the small space.
"We know you're protecting him," he said, leaning forward. "But he's not worth it, Sabrina. He never was."
Sabrina remained silent, her hands clenched in her lap. She knew Miller was right. There was a heavy weight on her chest.
"You think you're loyal to him?" Miller continued, his voice a low growl. "He used you, Sabrina. He used you to cover his tracks."
His words struck a nerve. Sabrina's mind raced, replaying every moment, every lie. Could Miller be right? Had Ricky used her all along?
name is Sabrina. Can you tell me why I'm here? Yes, I know Tony.
I'm not sure.
Exactly what he does.
So is it illegal now to know people?
I heard he bought my old club.
Yes, down by the docks.
I lost my club because you guys locked me up.
It's definitely difficult to run a business from a jail cell.
I'm not sure why you're asking me so many questions about him.
No, we don't talk.
I haven't talked to him in a long time. I did hear that he worked for the government, but I'm not sure which agency.
I don't have a way to verify this. I only heard that from the street.
Good. Why don't you get him in here and ask him?
It's possible.
I am not sure. It's not a relationship.
It was more like a one-night stand and that's it.
Can I go now?
I really don't know. You have to ask him.
Okay, I suppose. I just don't want to be here being interrogated about something that has nothing to do with me.
Sabrina stared at the steel table, cold, impersonal, like the last few hours of her life. The air was thick with tension, heavy with the scent of stale coffee and fear. She hadn't expected to be here, in this sterile interrogation room, her heart a trapped bird in her chest. A door slammed shut, the sound echoing through the room. Sabrina flinched, her nerves raw. A tall man with tired eyes and a world-weary demeanor entered, his gaze sharp and assessing. This was Detective Diaz, and he moved with the quiet confidence of a predator.
Sabrina, we need to talk about Tony H.
Sabrina's breath hitched. Tony. Even the name sent a shiver down her spine. The man she loved, the man who betrayed her, the man who was now shrouded in more mystery than ever before. Sabrina, I don't know what to say. The words felt hollow even to her own ears. Diaz leaned forward, his gaze piercing.
Start from the beginning, Sabrina. Tell me everything.
Memories flooded Sabrina's mind. Tony's crooked smile, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners when he laughed. Their first date, a nervous fumble at a roadside diner. The way he made her feel like the only woman in the world. Sabrina, we met 5 years ago. He was different then. Charming, funny, reckless. She couldn't deny the thrill that came with Tony's wild streak, the danger that clung to him like a second skin. Tony was a member of the Skulls, a notorious biker gang that ruled the streets of Los Santos. Sabrina knew the risks, knew the darkness that lurked beneath his charming facade, but love, she had learned, could blind you to even the most obvious truths. Sabrina? He got into trouble. Assault, racketeering. They said he was involved in some shady business deals.
5 years he got for his part in the Skulls operations, and yet he walked free after 2. Tell me, Sabrina, did he ever mention how that happened?
Sabrina shook her head, a cold dread creeping up her spine. Tony's early release had been a shock. 1 minute he was gone, swallowed up by the justice system, the next he was back. He refused to talk about it, his usual swagger replaced by a haunted look in his eyes. Sabrina, he wouldn't say. Just said he made a deal, that he owed some powerful people. The memory of his words sent a shiver down her spine. Tony, always playing with fire, but this time it felt different. Darker. Diaz leaned back in his chair, his gaze fixed on Sabrina.
We believe those powerful people may be connected to a government agency, an agency that operates outside the law, an agency with 3 letters we're all too familiar with.
Sabrina's breath caught in her throat. A 3-letter agency? This was bigger than she could have ever imagined. Tony, caught in a web of secrets and lies, and now she was entangled in it too.
Diaz hesitated, then leaned forward, his voice hushed. We can't disclose that information, not yet, but we believe they may have recruited Tony for his unique skill set.
Sabrina's mind raced. Tony's skill set? His ability to disappear, to blend into the shadows? Or was it something darker, something more sinister? The thought sent a chill down her spine.
We believe Tony may have information vital to national security, Diaz continued, his gaze intense. That's why he was released early. That's why they're protecting him. He paused, letting the words sink in. And that's why we need your help, Sabrina.
Sabrina stared at him, her heart pounding in her chest. She was in over her head, she knew that. But the thought of Tony, of the man she loved lost in a world of shadows and secrets, fueled a spark of determination within her.
Diaz leaned forward, his expression serious. We need you to tell us everything you know about Tony's activities since his release, he said. Every meeting, every phone call, every detail could be crucial.
Sabrina nodded slowly, her mind reeling. She had always known Tony lived in a dangerous world, but this was something else entirely. A world of espionage, of conspiracies and shadowy figures pulling strings from the shadows.
And Sabrina, Diaz added, his voice low, be careful. These people, they're dangerous. They won't hesitate to silence anyone who gets too close.
Sabrina felt a shiver crawl down her spine. She was caught in a dangerous game, one with stakes higher than she could have ever imagined. And at the center of it all was Tony, the man she loved, the man she barely recognized anymore. As Detective Diaz left her alone with her thoughts, Sabrina felt a wave of nausea wash over her. The fluorescent lights seemed to buzz with an ominous hum, reflecting the turmoil within her. She was trapped in a nightmare, a world of secrets and lies, and the only way out was through a labyrinth of danger. Tony was out there, a ghost from her past, now a phantom in a world she didn't understand. Had she ever truly known him? Or had she been blinded by love, by the thrill of the ride, ignoring the warning signs flashing like neon lights? One thing was certain, Sabrina was no longer a bystander in this dangerous game. She was a player, whether she liked it or not. And as she sat there in the cold, sterile room, she knew one thing for sure. She wouldn't rest until she uncovered the truth, no matter the cost.
Targets. Make sure to familiarize yourself. We need one cache of weapons and one stash of gear. As usual, some of these targets are more amply strapped than others, so pay a visit to whomever you deem worthy. Whomever you choose to raid remains your choice. Just be sure to leave with weapons, masks, and armor that can't be traced to us.
thoughts build up that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up with space, no privacy. Inside of me, you can build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuff under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling it's good enough, nothing's really clear. Sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
Intel says this group has stepped up their security measures since your last visit, but at least their equipment is just as solid as their cars.
Everything feels like you're sticking stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep. Don't give a fuck, can't stop, unplugged, feeling overwhelmed. I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy. Gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still life for the grand. Working or shots, give it all that I got. way is irrelevant. You wanna cross me, cool, not intelligent, cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never gonna find, no, I'm always ready. I gotta handle steady. Look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy. I'll put you in a great
Bring it all back to the locker. If you're feeling voracious, you can hit more than one gang and seize any extra equipment. Whatever you get, we'll make sure it's available to you when we hit the factory. Any gangs you trifled with will have reinforcements waiting if you ever return. For example, to steal one of their cars.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature that haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up with space, no privacy. Inside of me, we can build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuff under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the
Weapons and gear in the bag. These should be sufficient to take us another step towards our date with the cartel. And all we'll need is a getaway vehicle. It's all coming together out there.
Sticky stuck, I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep, don't give a fuck, can't stop. Oh, feeling overwhelmed, I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy, gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret and purpose. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis. If I keep
Looks like we got enough to hit the factory. If you want more, take it. Just send me a text when you're ready to confirm the gear you want to use.
That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares.
I'm so lost.
I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.